the prophet Isaiah spoke a word from God to people in exile on the cusp of return. Are you ready to return? The theme of choice permeates the whole of that inspired prophet's sermon, what we know as chapter 55 of the book in the Isaiah collection. Returning to the land, the promised land, returning to Jerusalem, their home, their sanctuary. That's merged with returning to God in Isaiah's verses. Yes, brother Isaiah, says the hearer. Yes, say you and I, we are ready to return. But God is too good, too wise to not hold up for us a mirror, kind of like a mother whose daughter has just gotten off the phone on a call where she's just like, Mom, I've got to go out. My friends are calling for me. The daughter drops everything to rush out the door, and the mother says, wait. And holding up a mirror says, have you looked at yourself? Do you want to go out looking like that? In literature, it's called a foil. Alongside the main character, the protagonist, an author or a storyteller introduces a foil, another character possessing mostly opposite traits in order to bring out character traits and important qualities of the protagonist. Listen to what God said to Moses generations and generations before the terrible events that led up to the exile situation. He said to Moses, for when I have brought them into the land flowing with milk and honey, which I promised an oath to their ancestors, and they have eaten their fill and grown fat, they will turn to other gods and serve them, despising me and breaking my covenant. And when many terrible troubles come upon them, this song, this word will confront them as a witness, because it will not be lost from the mouths of their descendants. For I know that what they are inclined to do even now, before I have brought them into the land that I promised them on oath. Such is the situation in which the exiles find themselves. In spite of God fulfilling God's promise to God's people to bring them into the land, in spite of God's faithfulness to the covenant, they have put their trust in gods other than Yahweh. This is the backdrop. It makes a difference, doesn't it? To look into the mirror. Our idolatry, our amnesia of praising God from whom all blessings flow. Because God's ways are so radically different from human ways, because God's thoughts are not human thoughts, they won't be found by any other means than through this Godward journey. Seek the Lord. Return not first and foremost to your sanctuary, but return to God. The word spoken so long ago to our spiritual forebears, serve them and us today as an antidote to this idolatry. Your path to God is the one you are on right now. And there is no other. You cannot start or move from anywhere but here with another set of people. Our community is our community. Our family is our family. So perhaps now would be a good time to ask God for the help that you need to get closer